Well, the two things that you mentioned, one is the United Cabbage, which for those who may not understand implication, that's called reactive bypass practice. You have open heart surgery with bypasses, implying that there was significant blockage of one or more major arteries to the heart. Three bypasses behind it. So that's it. The other is the specific medication that you mentioned, which is not usually one of those that we associate with cough. It's a class called ARB, angiotensin receptor blockers, which we sometimes substitute for those medications which cause you cough, like the ACE inhibitors. So I'm a little surprised about the relationship between this specific medication and the cough. There is a smaller relationship between that and cough, but the ACE inhibitors, as mentioned by Dr. Day, certainly is one that we all look at. That's basically 20% of patients having cough. So I would suggest that one is to look at the medications. And if there's a fear that any medication you're taking is causing a side effect, we have abundant numbers of medications and different kinds of medications, so you can substitute maybe something else. But also, very importantly, is to look for other reasons for your cough. One of the pulmonary reasons, stated again by Dr. Day, are of great importance. I think that since you have already had a well-defined heart disease, you have then open heart surgery. The one is to look at the function of the heart, because clearly a dysfunction of the left ventricle or the portal pumping chamber of the heart, dysfunction of that may allow fluid accumulation of the lungs, which can also cause a cough. So it's important that you have an assessment also of your current function of the heart to see whether it's contributing to your cough.
So, as a pediatrician, I saw a lot of kids that cough. There are only two reasons that you cough. One is if you have an irritation in the back of your throat, and the other is if you have stuff that's accumulating in your airways. So if you have stuff that's accumulating in your airways, it'll be a productive cough. That means when you cough up, you'll be bringing out some sputum. If it's irritated, then it won't be a productive cough unless it's dealing with what we talked about as a postnasal drip. So if you think about cough suppressants, if the reason that you cough is because you're trying to clear stuff that's accumulating in the airway. And anytime you have a narrow airway, you have mucus glands that line the airway that are producing mucus. That mucus sort of travels up. It's supposed to be trapping particular matter that you might breathe in. And it moves it up, and then you're able to spit it out. It's occurring on a continual basis, and it's so minute that you don't think about it. But anytime you start to have narrowing of the airways and the mucus starts to accumulate, then it's going to accumulate to the point that it's going to be irritated, and then you're going to cough in order to clear it. If the reason that you're coughing is to clear mucus that's accumulated or debris that's accumulated in your airway, and smokers end up destroying those, they call it cilia, that move the mucus up. Since they can't move the mucus up, anyone that smokes is always going to be coughing because the only way they can clear the mucus that they normally make is to cough it up. But if you have those cilia that are in place, and again, if you stop smoking over a series of months, those cilia come back and it starts to clear mucus and that cough will go away. But if you're taking a cough suppressant will never work if you're trying to clear mucus from the airway because it's so important for your airways to clear so that you can move air in and out, oxygen and carbon dioxide out. An irritated cough suppressant might be able to help you. But again, if due to something like a medication, then the key is to find a medication that you can use to deal with this that doesn't have that side effect.
I'm just going to several things. Number one, don't forget health screening is here. If you take a moment just to go out and get your blood sugar taken and your blood pressure taken as well. Second thing is that there's eats in the back. There are things that I know we got you kind of hands up here and talking to you, but we don't want your blood sugar to drop. Okay? So definitely there is lunch in the back. So if you periodically, quietly get up and go and get something to eat, if you feel like you need something, go. We're just going to keep talking up here as you go back and forth and get something to eat. It's available back there for you. Get on up and go ahead and get something to eat. Next.
Just one other thing about coughs. In pediatrics, the most common reason that I see children with cough is because they have a respiratory viral infection, cold. And usually those infections go on after about 2 weeks. If you have a cough that lasts longer than 2 weeks, you really need to check it out because it's unlikely that it's related to a viral infection. it may be more related to something like asthma or this chronic bronchitis that I want to talk about.
All right. The next card, I'll get to you, but let me get a couple of these cards. Let me take this card. If you had breast cancer and it was estrogen sensitive, after treatment of radiation and achromasin, does soy, S-O-Y, soy products make you susceptible again? How likely is reoccurrence? All right. We don't have our typical surgeons here. Dr. Wu, I was hoping that Joy Garrison would be here when we answer this question, but maybe the internal medicine guys can answer. I can only state that, not that I know of, the soy, I haven't heard any research or anything that soy will cause the reoccurrence of breast cancer. All right. I do know that even though breast cancer is number one, if you've had surgery for it and if you've had chemotherapy for it, the likelihood of it reoccurring down the road 12 to 15 years later is a possibility. All right, and I can tell you that because I feel that occurred to my mom. So it's a possibility of reoccurrence. Once you've had cancer, I don't care what type of cancer it is, you should always be reevaluated as time goes on to make sure that there isn't a reoccurrence. Okay? No association?
I don't know about any association either, but one of the things I think that's very important that today, most of the women that develop breast cancer are screened for genetic markers because some of the breast cancers are indeed genetically related. And there's something called the BRCA gene. Have you heard of the BRCA gene? That sort of runs in families that if you happen to have that BRCA gene, the likelihood of you developing cancer is very, very high. And you might have heard of people that might have mastectomies early, even before they have cancer because of that. It becomes very important that if someone in your family has breast cancer, that you find out whether or not there is a genetic issue related to it that might affect you or some of your female relatives. Because some of these cancers occur triplets, very, very aggressive, and they can occur very, very early age, especially in African American women. So if there's genetic testing that's being done, it may be important for you and your family members to discuss what it is, because it may be relevant to some of the folks that also might be at risk of having cancer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a question back there. I told him I would answer it first. Yes, sir.
I went to the emergency room and had a procedure done, and then I came out and I had a drainage problem. Went back to the doctor and told him about it. I had a drainage problem. He told me that I won't do nothing until you get tired of it. You get sick of it. And I said, we just got some gastritis, I think it was, and I still have drainage problem. When I go urinate, I still feel the drainage problem. And I got so upset, and I haven't gone back to him. But what's that talk about?
All right. Number one, the first thing I can say is each doctor is different. Because he has an MD doesn't mean that he has a bedside manner or he treats his patients appropriately. So, first thing I want to say is we as African Americans, for some reason, we will take our car to the mechanic. And if he doesn't do right by that car, we won't go back. But we go to that doctor, and all of a sudden, everything he says is God's gift to opening up to heaven. First thing we should understand, there are good doctors and bad doctors. And if he's not treating you right, he's not answering your questions, and he's not explaining to you in basic language what's going on, if he gives you a medicine, he should tell you what the medicine is for, how long you're going to take it, what's the side effects, why you're taking it. He should explain. And if he's not doing that for you, guess what? You need another doctor. Period. Now, you went to the emergency room, you went to the emergency room, all right. But what I'm trying to say is that if your problem is not taken care of, there are real good doctors out there.
Well, I didn't choose
And-
it.
I'm sorry?
I didn't choose this doctor. That's who they assigned me in the emergency room.
In the emergency room, all right. And that's fair, understand. The emergency room have doctors on call. And you just happen to draw the coin of one of them, all right? It doesn't mean, so if you have a problem, I think each and every one of us should have a primary care doctor.
Yeah.
Really. And if you have a problem, the first person you should go to is your primary. Because that's like the quarterback. He's the one that's going to evaluate you and say, you know, I think you need a specialist in this particular area, and he can refer you to somebody that's going to take care of your problem. But ER is for emergencies. They will take care of an emergency, but all follow-ups and things like that should go back to your primary or a specialist, and you should be comfortable with that physician, whatever the problem is.
Were any gastrologists up there?
Not today. But we do have primary care. All right. Wait a minute, what is your problem, a drainage, you mean urinating or bowel movement?
Well, when I go to urinate, it doesn't drain all the time. When I go to urinate, I can feel that, you know, there's a drainage.
There's a problem getting the urine out.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Master, how old are you?
Excuse me?
Master, how old are you?
74.
What's it something like
Well, you agree with me, let me tell you.
I saw something to happen, probably related to prostate. Probably why he answered you that way is because you were not at a point where you were obstructed and you were at home. I said probably why he responded the way he did is maybe because you were not at a point where you were completely obstructed. That's why you probably didn't put anything in the emergency.
Well, they did some. I went in and I eventually found out that I had diverticulitis. I was diagnosed with diverticulitis. And
Let's do different things.
well, I'm saying that's where you eventually done. And I went to they told me to go to this gastrologist. And once, you know, whatever they did there, then I had the drainage problem in the back, you know, and I went back to him. He said, it's okay. He said, I know what it is. I know what I have to do. We have to have some kind of rod. And, well, listen, this is not, I'm not ashamed of It's not just when I go urinate.
Right.
Then in the back, I can feel kind of wet,
Okay.
you know.
Connection between
But he said, you know, how it's easy to fix, and it didn't seem like it was a serious problem, because he said that I won't do anything until, you know, you feel that it, you know, just bothering you so much.
You probably have a connection between two systems.
Yeah, right. But I went to a urologist because a friend of mine recommended me to go to this person. But he told me that's not in his field. You know, the gastrologist seemed the one who know about it.
What you tell me, there are not many specialists in that area.
No, I'm saying the urologist didn't address the problem.
So, yeah, that area, lots of things come together in that area. And if there is a connection between your urinary tract and the GI tract, that connection is called a fistula. And it may be that when you urinate, urine is going into the other area, and what you're getting is dampness related to that. Someone would have to actually, you know, and they're usually what you have, that the person that will fix that,
Right.
it's called a proctologist. consult a surgeon that deals with that area.
Right.
And he can do an examination where he looks in to see whether or not there is a connection between the urinary tract and there. And if there is, they will do surgery to do that. That's not a urologist, it's a surgeon that specializes in proctology that deals with that area. That's who you kind of want to see. Okay, there are several gastroenterologists that are around who might be able to, when they do a look, see, but gastroenterologists don't do surgical corrections. So what you might need is a proctologist.
Okay, but I think
Person would be a neuro gynecologist, but also, although it's gynecology, I think he should be able to fix it.
who? Well, this guy you see tonight, I would call his name, but I don't want, sometimes I get a little upset because of, I mean, what he said to me. And it stopped bothering me for a while, then it came back.
All right.
So I don't want to keep up all your time.
But we can talk to you on the side about that.
Okay.
Try to recommend an appropriate person to go to.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, I think we covered this one. Covered that one.
No, I want to ask a question about,
Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
in terms of breast cancer reoccurring, and I'm a breast cancer survivor, and I was hoping that Dr. Clark would be here, but he's not. And I felt comfortable, you know, as being a survivor until a friend of mine, who we had the operation the same year, and it reoccurred on her. And I don't know. I thought, you know, what's bringing the reoccurrence? If you're breast cancer, it goes to different organs of the body.
Yeah. Any cancer, and breast cancer is no different. It all depends on what stage of the cancer.
Stage 2.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but what stage the cancer is when it's diagnosed.
Yes.
Alrighty, and in treating breast cancer, number one, you want to get rid of the problem, and so they do a mastectomy, and that's one aspect. The question is whether the cells and the cancer has spread any place else. So it can spread many places. So the first thing we think about is lymph nodes. And the lymph nodes are under your armpit, and you know, they check those. And a lot of times when they do breast cancer surgery, the mastectomy, they'll take those lymph nodes out and check them and make sure that there was no cancer cells in those. And that is another way that they can stage and they can tell you how far the cancer is gone. Then other places they look at the liver and they look at the lung and the lymph nodes around the lung, around the heart, I should say, in the center of the chest, to make sure that those lymph nodes are not enlarging. That's a possibility that those cancer cells have gone there as well. Depending on the stage and the type of treatment given will depend on the likelihood. Number one, will the doctor be able to get rid of all the cancer, even though he's given the treatments? And number two, whether there may have been a cell or two somewhere in the body that they were not able to get, and it may come back on you in the future. And that's the question. I know Ken will do more.
So the other issue is, and I referenced it a little bit earlier, is this issue of whether or not you have this BRCA gene. Again, if you have this BRCA gene, I'll give you a story. My brother called me about his wife 2 weeks ago. 3 of her relatives have breast cancer and have the BRCA gene. She was tested, she has the BRCA gene. The physician says, you need to have a double mastectomy. They did an evaluation, a complete evaluation, to see whether or not she had any evidence of any cancer in her body, and it was no. And the recommendation is still, you need to have double mastectomy. Why? Because even though she doesn't have any evidence of cancer now, the likelihood is she's going to develop cancer, and it's going to develop in her breast tissue. So if you have a cancer, and it's of a certain type, they try and say, okay, well, we're gonna get rid of this lump that has all the cancer, and they're gonna check the nodes around to see whether or not it's in spread. But what they're really talking about is not just that. It's the issue of whether or not, even though they remove that breast, can that same cancer develop in breast tissue on the other side? And the answer is yes. So for certain types of cancer, it's not just, oh, you had it in that one spot and you got rid of it and it's not spread. The issue is whether or not it can also develop in breast tissue on the other side. So depending upon what it is, it may be, you know, if you had a specific type of cancer and we had the mastectomy, it's gone, you don't have to worry about it. But if you have a certain type of cancer that can affect your other breast tissue, the treatment is to get rid of all your breast tissue. And so that might be the case. So it's not just like you have a cancer and it came back. It may be that you could develop that same type of cancer in the breast tissue that still is present.
There was a question that stated, is there a new device for diabetes that you won't have to stick your finger? Number one, is it approved by the FDA? And number two, is it active? Doctor, are you familiar with that device?
Yes, there is something, but it's called Freestyle Libre, L-I-B-R-E. You don't have to stick yourself. You just put a piece of device over where you are, and the blood vessel is, and it prints out your blood sugar. But it's not approved by many insurance companies. Unfortunately.
Is it active, Doctor?
In addition, they say it is, but you also have to do it at least one time to check the blood pressure, the blood sugar by the lab in conjunction with that device, just to test the accuracy of it. Which is called Freestyle Libre. And I think you can get it through CVS. CVS companies, the pharmacies.
As he stated, the question is whether your insurance will pay for it. This is one for about aspirin. With recent studies of aspirin, should it still be part of a supplement for for the heart, men or women, men or women both?
We can begin by discussing older studies and then more recent ones. I think this question is probably generated by a study which was published in August in the Lancet, a leading British journal, which described only limited benefit from taking aspirin. See, traditionally it was felt that aspirin, especially the 81 milligram one, in Europe is 100 milligram, but a smaller baby aspirin per day, whether had a beneficial effect in preventing or limiting the occurrence of heart attacks. And it was felt that it might. There were certain groups that it was felt that it might prevent or diminish the occurrence of heart attacks. So that's been quite controversial for a while. Some people recommend that you take a daily aspirin just for sure, and others don't. The side effects of that low-dose aspirin would be the concern, the benefit versus risk ratio. Essentially, the risk would be, of course, bleeding from the stomach. And if that small dose, especially potent aspirin, would have a very limited potential to cause that, then what needs is for it to take that small aspirin a day and see if it's helpful in the near future. Well, a recent study that was published sort of cast some doubt on that. And their overall conclusion, I suppose it was over 12,000 patients who were followed for a period of time, was to show that there was no clearly defined overall benefit in terms of reduction of the effects and combination of stroke, heart attacks, etc. So then the feeling was, why bother to take it? It may not be beneficial. But a closer look at the studies, as we often have to look at some subgroups, suggested that, for example, those patients who were under 154 pounds benefited by taking this medication. Another group suggested that there was a lower incidence, tendency to lower incidence of heart attacks, but not of strokes.
So I mentioned this, I wanted to mention that the study is controversial, the conclusions are controversial, and we're sort of not clear as to the overall benefit. Is there harm? If there's no harm, if there's limited potential in causing bleeding and discomfort from the aspirin, then I do not object to the patients taking aspirin as part of their healthy endeavor. Now, there are certain specific situations, however, in which I mandate that aspirin be taken. I don't leave it to discretion to suggest, yes, you should take aspirin. Again, there are certain circumstances after, for example, after stents have been used, that is a little device in the place of the arteries, open the arteries and try to keep them open after patients have had documented or demonstrated blockage or strongly of these arteries. After I fix them and put the little stent in there, it is recommended that this patient should have 2 antiplatelet agents. Let me tell you what that means. There are some components in the bloodstream, certainly in all bloodstreams, which can clump together and block these blood vessels, and block the stents, etc. And these will again give rise to further chest pain, heart attacks. So to prevent or diminish that from happening, we give these patients 2 agents which combined can help diminish the chances of that happening. And aspirin is often the first one of those 2 that have a choice as to what the second one will be. So in those circumstances, this study has no bearing on those specific patients. And those specific patients, yes, I would mandate or recommend that it is important that patients take those 2 agents that we recommend, aspirin being one of them. There are other circumstances where full blood thinning cannot be recommended for a variety of reasons, and we feel that the least we can do is give the patient aspirin. Here it would be low dose, but even a regular strength in some circumstances. Give the patients aspirin rather than the typical blood thinner. So I only mention these to say that there are certain specific conditions in which we mandate or we suggest, yes, you must take aspirin. There are other situations in which I leave it to the discretion of the patient, where especially patients who have not had a heart attack, stroke, or major cardiac or cardiovascular event, where that has not yet occurred, but where there may be at risk for this happening in the future, that there is potential benefit in subgroups. And this large study, I think this individual who was asked the question and may be familiar with that very recent study which got headlines, is that there may be some small groups, especially those under 154 pounds, who may benefit from taking an aspirin a day. Other groups we're not sure, and most people will not be hurt by taking a small 81 milligram or baby aspirin once a day to prevent, diminish or prevent these occurrences.